When was the last time you were in college?
The last time
I have my master's. Master's does not count.
So what we're doing today is we are doing the top college bourbons. So
Right.
you want to get into whiskey, you want to know what bourbons you should buy, but you're also on a limited budget, right?
That's great, Will. Here's the deal. Don't worry about your GPA. Let's worry about age, proof, and what, Will?
price.
Price.
First thing we've got is
How hard did you party in college, Will? I was Jaeger bomb crazy in college.
right. You were not a sophisticated whiskeyman.
Right, you were having whiskey. I didn't have whiskey till late.
Good amount of whiskey. Drink
Right.
a lot of Jim Beam.
I was Jaeger bomb crazy. I didn't do White Claws. White Claws weren't around.
They did. Clearly, they weren't around, old man. I like flavored vodka because I'm the Greeze.
I experimented.
I rolled hard.
Dude, watermelon vodka, pretty solid choice when you're on a, pinch.
You're an idiot. Number one.
What's number one?
This you and I have a lot of
What?
history with.
Oh, really?
Because this is how Greeze and I would get. We had some late nights.
We would play canasta.
Which
Canasta?
doesn't sound very college.
Canasta?
We played old people's game.
I barely even know her.
So Benchmark is a Buffalo Trace product. It's an 80 proof bourbon. It's a good starter.
It used to be
is-
age stated. It's not now.
It is also the bourbon by which all others are measured. Speaking of measuring, this is the bourbon by which all others are measured. So this is 80 proof, so it's a good start out bourbon, but it is distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace. It's 80 proof. It's great in something like a Coke if you want to start mixing it and you want to try that off.
Right.
If you want to start off that way. But it also is going to introduce you to some of the flavors without some of the aggressive burn. But Grease and I have drank a lot of Benchmark, and we like Benchmark.
Yeah, how much is that bottle, Will?
This bottle, $10.99 where I
Are
purchased
you
it.
serious?
$10.99.
$10.99. Okay, so that's solid. Here's the deal. Buffalo Trace, well-respected distillery, okay? This is going to get you there. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. It's 80 proof. Here's what's awesome about 80 proof. You can freaking beer pong with this thing.
I don't know that I would suggest beer ponging with whiskey. What I would say is have a whiskey drink and just play beer pong. Then you pour water in all the cups for weight, and then I've done it. You look at me like I'm some genius. It's like, no, we've just done it.
You guys think we've been out of college for long? We haven't. We're freaking there right freaking now. Here, flip it to me,
I'm
dude.
Daniel Shook.
All right, so for pour number 2, you want the bird? You want to kick it up a notch? You want to go over 100 proof? Are we talking about Wild Turkey, Will?
Nope.
We're talking about one word out of 2 of these words is one of my favorite words.
Fighting.
Fighting cock is epic. Okay? Here's the reason why. What's the proof on it, Will?
103 proof.
What's the price on it, Will? How much does this cost?
That cost me today $16.99.
$16.99, Will.
Right, and it's delicious.
It is delicious.
We crushed some of this at a bowling alley one time.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed it.
Well, we gave the rest to Danny.
Distilled, aged, and bottled by Fighting Cock Distilling Company, Bardstown, Kentucky.
Right.
Heaven Hill Juice, delicious.
It is delicious. 103
Give it a go.
proof. 103 proof.
Really good choice.
Cheap. Gets you to freaking 11. You're drinking Fighting Cock until 4 a.m., dude. Let's freaking do this. Ain't nobody gonna take a daggum quiz on a Friday.
Well, some classes they have those, like, every time there's a quiz.
Every time there's a
You
quiz.
take it. Just, like, press.
Do they still have Scantrons?
I haven't been there in quite
I
some
hope
time.
not.
I've really... Next, we're going to change the game a little bit.
Ooh.
This is a rye whiskey.
Right.
This is made by Heaven Hill. This is Rittenhouse rye, bottled in bond, 100 proof, delicious. Now, this has seen a little bit of a price increase over the last couple of years.
You know why? Because it's freaking great.
It's so solid. It's
This is when somebody asks me, like, hey, what's the best rye to make a cocktail with? There's only one answer. It's Rittenhouse freaking rye.
If you're also just starting to get into rye, it has a lower rye content, so it's not as spicy. It drinks a little bit more like a bourbon.
Right.
It's about a $30 bottle that you're looking at, so a little bit more pricey.
It's a classic bottled and bond. Like Heaven Hill's been making this for a daggum like 73 decades.
That'd be 730 years.
Right.
They haven't made it that long. You're looking at 100 proof, so you're getting the bang for your buck. It's a great value. It's a really good whiskey, and if you want to get into rye, this is a great way to do it.
The contents inside warrant the price
100%.
of $30.
This is like the indie rock band.
Yes!
In college that you knew about before everyone else.
Yes!
This is the one. Rittenhouse Rye, baby.
Super good, like, correlation. Or
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
is what you're-
100%.
Illustration?
Analogy.
Analogy. I did not do well at those in college. Number 3, right here. You ready for this? This is a freak. Y'all, this is a good pour. If you don't... Honestly, the entire lineup of this brand.
It's like we planned good things for people to buy.
Right. This is $20. This is Old Forester, 86 proof, right here. 86 proof Old Forester. Is it a low proof? Yes. Is it delicious? Yes.
There's the 86 proof, but there's also, if you really like this, for not really much difference in the price, this same line, it's got the same label, same bottle, different color like accents. There's like a 90 proof and a 100 proof, and they're all roughly around that like $20, $25 price point. So if you start off here and you like it, you can step up and kind of adjust yourself to the proof if you're trying to drink it neat, not just mix it or shoot it. So next, Greeze was talking a little bit in the previous one about things like Woodford, things that are, if you want kind of a flashy bottle. You know, you got a little bit of money to spend. You know, you sold some textbooks back.
Oh, yeah.
You donated some blood. You did some stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of cash. You want like a nice bottle that's like, hey, I know whiskey.
Right.
There's a lot of things out there. A lot of people, kind of when we were in college, the go-to, if you wanted one of those bottles, was Woodford Reserve because it looked good. People knew the name. Blanton's is also another one of those. So what we would steer you towards is something a little bit different. So we have Four Roses single barrel. Now, there are like the store picks. This one actually happens to be a store pick. It's at barrel proof, but it's the exact same bottle and label. It looks exactly like this.
Yeah, we don't have the 100 proofer because...
But there's a 100 proof...
because we...
There's a 100 proof version that you can get in just about any store that's going to run you.
It looks exactly like that.
It's going to be under $50. And it all depends on where you're shopping and what the price point is. They have gone up a little bit more of late. And so you're looking at a solid under $50 bottle. So it's a little bit of a splurge if you're building your college collection, but it looks really pretty on your shelf. And the whiskey inside is some of my favorite. I love Four Roses, and so this is gonna be good. It's gonna be another one of those where people are like, oh man, like, can I try some of the good stuff?
Right.
And you got it there. So it's kind of your showcase bottle. It's gonna be available, but you're also not gonna be spending hundreds of bucks on a bottle of whiskey. You know, in college football, you've got the Rose Bowl. It's a tradition. What do they call the Rose Bowl, Grease?
I don't know. We just did Four Roses, though. Is that what you're getting at?
No.
What are you getting at?
They call it the granddaddy of them all.
I know where you're going with this,
And
Will.
so for this is where you're going to take it up a notch.
Right.
This is...
You're in college. You left your family.
Yeah.
Okay. You,
Permanently.
You leaved and cleaved. Is that what?
No, that's marriage.
That's marriage.
Yeah, this is college.
What's before marriage?
College.
College. You're in college.
Right.
And you're going to college and you're like, man,
Granddaddy of them all.
I miss my granddad. I don't know of a better thing to get, you know, like a guy or a girl to like you than mention your grandfather.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, man, I really miss my granddad. Oh, that's so sweet. You know what I mean? Like,
You have weird pickup things.
Well, you got to mix it up, dude, because everybody else is saying the normal stuff. Old Granddad, 114.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh.
Well, how did that happen?
Is it leaking? Well, let's get through this.
I don't think it's non-chill filtered. $30 for 114 proof.
Bang
which
for your
honestly,
buck right there.
honestly, it's one of my favorite proofs. You know why? Old Weller, not Old Weller. Weller Full Proof is barreled at 114. Why is it barreled at 114? Because 114 is like a holy number in freaking whiskey.
Basically.
It's freaking great. It's a great proof, okay? What's this guy's name?
Basil Hayden.
Basil Hayden.
Don't buy Basil Hayden.
Don't buy that.
Think the bottle's leaking.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this is when I shoot it, I get chocolate notes. For those in college, y'all will appreciate that.
Yeah.
What about you, Will? What do you get on it?
The warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, it does give you warm and fuzzies. You got to be careful with this.
Be responsible. And when we say college kids, we mean like
peers.
Early blooming sophomores to seniors. 21 and up.
Right. We're not, I don't think you can be, well, I mean, I've seen 21-year-old freshmen.
Yeah, they just took them a while.
Yeah,
they went to pre-first a couple times.
They sauntered.
Yeah.
They sauntered. They were doing this. Was I 21 as a freshman?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and tell you something right here, right now. There's going to be a quiz tomorrow, and y'all better freaking show up.
But it's a
and
participation quiz. I give you the answer.
Right.
It's like, how many proof is 114 Old Granddad?
The only thing you got to do to pass is hit the thumbs up and freaking share this video. We love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We will see you next time. Love y'all. Bye. Do you think we could upload this to YouTube, kids?
No.
I hear it's a great market.
No.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Daniel Shook.
And I'm Sean. All right.
You've got dirty ass hands.
Okay. That's not nice.